Good evening, ladies and gents. Oh, today was a long one at the old JOB, so I didn't really feel like getting into too much when I got home. So I decided that I would make this video I've been meaning to make for a few days here. I was kind of inspired, honestly, because I'm pretty impressed. About a year ago, I bought these Heidenau tires, and before I get too crazy into it, let me give you a little bit of background on the style of riding that I do with this bike. So this is a 2001 BMW GS 1100, or I'm sorry, 1150 GS. It's my daily workhorse. So I ride this bike about 80 miles a day, give or take a few, but roughly 400 miles a week consistently. So I go through tires like crazy. I put a ton of miles on this thing, so that's just what happens. So I work at a motorcycle dealership, and I've been hearing good things about these new Heidenau tires, and I figured, what the hey, I'll give them a shot. So I bought a set about a year ago, and in that time, I put a little over 10,000 miles on them, which for some of you like touring guys, I guess, and depending on where you live in the country, maybe that's not that impressive, but I live in the Santa Cruz Mountains in California, which are some of the best roads in the country, and I've ridden in like 40 states, so, you know, give or take, we have literally some of the best roads in the country. But I do a mixture of about 50-50, 60-40 mountain roads, mixed in with some freeway. And let me tell you, these tires have been pretty darn impressive. You know, normally I go through a set of tires and 5,000-6,000 miles on normal tires. This time I wanted to go with a tire that was, you know, had some off-road capabilities, but not a full-on knobby, because I ride on the street a lot. You know, I off-road a little bit on the weekends, and I used to a little bit more than I do now, honestly, because I bought a dirt bike, so I ride that thing. Excuse me. But, yeah, so I picked these things up, and you know, I went into it with null expectations, and I was more than impressed. The cons of the tire, I would say, are going to be the noise factor. They're noisy. They do take a bit longer to warm up than normal tires, and in the rain, you're not going to get the traction that you're used to with a street tire. But it's an off-road tire, so none of them are going to get the kind of traction in the rain that your regular tire would. This is a fact. You know, the pros totally outweigh the cons. The main pro being it's a, you know, an off-road, on-road tire that lasted 10,000 miles. That's insane. 10,000 miles is a crazy amount of miles for an on-off-road tire. Traction-wise and normal conditions on the road, it does phenomenally well. Like, it's very impressive for an off-road tire what this thing can do around corners. Like I said, in the rain, you're going to want to be a little bit more careful. But normal conditions, it just eats up the road. It loves it. So, overall, I'm very impressed with this tire. I feel like they're a great value for the amount of mileage and the wear that you're going to get out of them. On the GS, they do really great. The GS is a really great bike anyways, but they complement it well. Like I said, I have done a fair bit of off-roading, and the traction was really decent. So yeah, if you're thinking about your next set of tires, and you know, that you want to do the same kind of riding that I do, and a little bit off-road, I would recommend them. Now, I should say, I work at a motorcycle dealership, and I'm not getting paid to do this review or anything like that. So, you know, my opinion's the most unbiased you're going to get. I feel like, and I'll be honest in telling you, my next set of tires are not going to be these, because we're going into winter. So up here, normally we get about 55 inches of rain. Last year we actually got around 118 inches of rain. So for my next set of tires, I haven't decided 100%, but I'm between the Anakis and the Road 4s, I think that they are now. They used to be, I think they're Road 3 or Road 3 or Road 4, either way. But that's in the next couple days I'm going to decide, because I'm going to take it on a little bit of a longer trip next week, and I want some fresh tires. But as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to finger fudge the like button, and if you're new, please subscribe. Normally I make videos about restoring vintage bikes and working on modern bikes and all that kind of good stuff. But the review thing kind of seems a little bit fun, and I have tons of stuff, obviously, to review. So maybe I'll do a couple more of those. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you. See you guys next time.